The more I study and look into the intricate parts of the world and the universe itself, I come to the conclusion that the world we live in, what we perceive to be depth, physical objects around us, and matter, is merely a hologram. Before I get into it scientifically, I will clearly define what a hologram is. According to Webster's dictionary, a three-dimensional image formed by the interference of light beams from a laser or other coherent light sources. Now, how does your eyes see what's around it? Your eyes can only see in two dimensions. But the depth that we think we see from close-up objects is merely a trick your brain is playing on you. It focuses on the angles of an object if it's close. If you break this down scientifically, basically light rays from the object strike different parts of both of your retinas. And the point where the light rays strike is where you see the physical object. That is how your eyes can see the light around it. You also have binocular cells in your upper and lower layers of your visual cortex, which is the part of your brain where you see things around you, sight. And it interprets this information. So to break it down, there is light. Your eyes look at this light, they interpret it as the object in your retina based upon the point where the light strikes, and then your binocular cells and your layers of your visual cortex interpret the information. That is emblematic or symbolic, if that's the term you understand, of how our five senses perceive the universe. Taste, sight, sound, touch, and smell. Basically, it takes waves of information, turns it into electrical information, and feeds it to the brain. And then you have different parts of your brain that specialize in decoding the five senses, and the brain decodes that electrical information into holographic digital information. And that's how we experience the world around us, through electromagnetic radiation. Basically, all that is a form of energy that is all around us. You have radio waves, microwaves, X-rays, gamma rays, and sunlight. All sunlight is energy, even though it makes up only a small portion of the spectrum. Basically, the electromagnetic spectrum, which is the study of how electrically charged particles interact with each other and with magnetic fields, it has 7 lengths. And the lengths are based upon the length of the wave and the energy. So basically, the shorter a wave is, the more energy it uses. Radio waves are the lowest. Then you have microwaves, you have infrared light, visible light, ultraviolet light, which is part of sunlight, but it's invisible to the human eye. And you also can use that for medical purposes. You have X-rays, gamma rays, which are the highest. And gamma rays, they can damage living tissue, and that's why people use those a lot during cancer therapy. But basically, when you see something, you're seeing the light, and your brain is interpreting that light as the physical object itself. That is how the universe is perceived around us. Same thing when you taste something, when you smell something, when you touch something. It is all different parts of your brain interpreting that information and giving it back to your body disguised as taste, which is all based upon perception. And that is why I am of the belief that our universe is basically a large 3D image formed by the interference of light. And that light source is electromagnetic waves, which is energy in particles that are interacting with each other and with magnetic fields around it.